Yes, it's fixed. So I've installed a whole ton of software on here. I've got the monitor drivers for this. We go under advanced. They're all here. This works fine. I've got the sound drivers up and running. They work fine. I've got, oh, what else do I have? I have a browser. I have RetroZilla. And what's good about this build of RetroZilla is it has TLS 2.1. So if you do a search, you can get somewhere. Let's go to Amazon. There's that. It does take a minute to load, but it doesn't give you a security error. It's just horrible, but at least it gets there. So everything is working finally. Took me all day from 9:30 to now, which is 11 minutes after 12, midnight. Changed out a power supply. We were trying to install a CF to SD adapter. That didn't work. Got some other things installed. Right now I'm in the middle of installing Photoshop. Okay, so I've just mounted the Photoshop disk image and I'm getting ready to install it. So it should be on drive H. And I want to install Photoshop 5.5. We'll do a typical install. And I want those file types to be associated with Photoshop. I'm an individual. And I will put in my information and I will be right back. Alright, we're going. Shouldn't take a few minutes. We can speed up through this, but it usually doesn't take very long to do. But for me, on machines, Photoshop is an essential. I don't care what it is. Alright, so don't need the README file. I don't want to register. No, we don't have to do that anymore. Acrobat Reader 5, we don't need that, and I don't want to do QuickTime 3 because that isn't useful for me right now. So let's see if Photoshop's in here. And Photoshop 5.5. And that's fine. And we will fill it with black and do a lens flare. Let's see how fast it can do a lens flare. Not too shabby. Does it pretty quick. My old Macs used to do it in a few seconds, but that's okay. My new Macs can do it just fine. So yeah, so Photoshop works. Now we're not going to save it. So Photoshop done. So now, there it is. We're going to put freehand on here as well. Macromedia Freehand, it's sort of like Adobe Illustrator, but better, as far as I'm concerned. And since freehand is my favorite, so there's that. Shapes. Lots of shapes. Awesome. Okay. No. So there's that. And everybody wants to see games, I know. So I do have a game. Really quick. We're just going to look at Jill of the Jungle really fast. I've seen it so many times, I know what it sounds like, but I'm not very good at it, and my hands don't work. So I'm not going to play, I'm just going to show the demo. So let's play, let's see. We'll go to the demo. You can hear that the DAW simulation is pretty darn good. That's it. I told you even I can hit the cursor keys. So, but there you go. That is the machine pretty much done now. It works well, and it just took me forever to do. So there'll be more with this for sure. I've got some things planned where we'll be using it for some comparisons and things like that. But overall, I think this is now a successful build. 2 weeks later. So, what do I think of this machine? So overall, I'm pretty happy with this machine. If I wasn't a Mac guy back in the day, this is a machine I probably would have enjoyed using, just because it's so fast. I would have liked to have put the SD card adapter in there, but it wasn't going to happen. So I live with the 80 gig hard drive, and that's fine. The only things I would change are some of these design choices. I really think that the drives could stand to be flat, instead of you having to stick your finger down its throat, especially the floppy drive. It is really hard to get a floppy drive in and out of there. Also, the little bar under the optical drive. I also did one cosmetic thing. Right here under the optical drive was a plastic bar that was decorative, and it goes right here. The problem is that it's right up next to the button, or the eject button for the optical drive. So rather than have this in the way all the time, and since I can't feel the eject button anyway with my fingers, so I pulled it off. But I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm creeping up on 400 subscribers, so we might do a Patreon. I don't know. If I could just get 20 bucks a month to help me pay for the storage fees, that would be fantastic. We will catch you with some Mac stuff next time. As always, thanks for watching.